who's here? Oh, I got one person here. Well, there we go. Oh, it's my guest today. Hello. So welcome to Style and Substance Talk Show. Today is Wednesday. What is it? March 25th. And I am your host, Marcia Lane-McGee. Oh, Mel. I'm your host, Marcia Lane-McGee. And I am so excited that you're here, that you're going to join us today. I don't know how today's been for you guys. But today I felt like today was like the first day that I got to actually be, because I am off work today. And I've had to work every day. So for those who don't know, I work at a residential facility for youth, from birth until, 18. And so not all of our kids get to go home. So we still have to kind of work and things like that. I would consider us essential employees. I would say that, but we're all quarantined on campus. So we're not, the adults can leave campus, and I feel like I don't like that at all. But today's the first day I can be, because I'm off work today. So I just kind of got to lie in and watch more Outlander, because if you guys haven't been here all week, you don't know, but I am currently now obsessed with Outlander and all that it has to offer, because that's real life. It's not real life, but it's based on history. So maybe some of it can be real life. So really quick. So if anyone can find me a Jamie Fraser while we are in quarantine, and that we can meet each other and fall in love, that would be amazing. I would totally be willing to go through stones for him and settle in life in the 1700s, which might be hard because I'm a whole black person and, slavery was happening. So maybe not, maybe bring him here. So there we go. So tell me, guys, before we bring our guests on, what are some things that are bringing you joy right now? What are some things that you are loving, that are bringing you joy, that are making you super happy and super excited? Come on, let me know. I want to know. I want to know how your life is going. Anybody? Well, this is Melissa's religion now. I'm so glad I can take you to church. Oh, awesome. Sunshine. Yes, sunshine. Right? Seriously, just being able to sit outside for a little bit. And the sun is technically antibacterial, so it's perfect. Waking you up is bringing you joy. Yeah, I really like facing a new day, even though I know it's going to be the same, not really going anywhere, things like that. But the blessing of a new day is always super wonderful. So, okay, so I am going, so if our guest could ask to join the live, that would be really great. I think there's a way that you can, yes, you just kind of say request to join, and then that way we can get, look at that. She's requesting to join. I'm super excited. And we're going to here we go. We're going live. I gotta get my technology. So we will see how this works. Maybe. What are we waiting for? So, hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. So just so your guests that are watching know, I am home and I'm a stay-at-home mom of 2 kids. So they're not in school, and things may get a little crazy in the background because
no, I totally get it. So I just recorded an episode of a podcast just now with my it's for a podcast, A Shower of Roses, and with my other podcast co-host. And so all of her kids are home. She's got 4 kids, and they're all home. And so there's different parts. One of the kids even jumped on, during the podcast. It was I hear Marcia, can you call us for real? And we're we are on this podcast. We are recording right now. And about maybe 2 seconds before, I had my whole bonnet on, because I was laying in bed watching Outlander, and I was like, oh gosh, I have a podcast and a talk show to do today, so maybe I should look presentable. So I don't know if I look presentable or not, but I look like me.
I woke up like this, but it's whatever.
Exactly. Okay, so this is gonna sound so bad. I was like, yeah, Chasing Wonderman's gonna be here with us. Oh no, she left. She left on accident, I think. Come back. I don't think she meant to leave. I think that, yep, she's coming back to it. She's coming back to us, you guys. Technology, man. Technology is it's a whole thing. So maybe she'll be here. Oh my gosh, I see so many people that I know are here. I don't know what happened. Do you not love me anymore?
I don't know what happened. It just like cut me off and I could hear nothing. So all I heard was, this is going to sound so bad.
Oh, and then you're like, I don't want none of that.
Apparently.
So, okay. So I was like, oh yeah, Chasing Wonderman's going to be in my podcast. I was like, oh God, I know that's not her name.
My name is Kate.
Yes, I was like, what is going on? So Kate, why don't you tell our guests a little bit about yourself?
So I am a mama, I am a wife, and a longtime business owner. I have been an entrepreneur basically since I was about 4 years old.
Wow.
And it's just in my bones. It's in my blood, my DNA. But right now I am basically hosting online communities and coaching sessions for women who want to live their lives with purpose. Everything in our lives can kind of get us off track. There's so many things that can get us off track. And I just want to help women chase their wonderment and figure out what that looks like for them, because it's different for every woman. And so I do an online community that I'm the host of. And inside that, we have 2 weekly sessions where we chat about things that are important to us, things that help us to be mindful and intentional with the way we live. And then I just opened up like mini coaching sessions as well. So
very cool. Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
I need to know one of or all 3 of these things. I need to know, what is your Enneagram number, Hogwarts house, and / your Myers-Briggs? So I ask everyone this because I feel like that's always important to know.
I'm obsessed with Enneagram and Myers-Briggs. And I'm pretty sure my Hogwarts house is Hufflepuff. I think. I'm not 100% on that one, but I am a Myers-Briggs ENFP, and I'm an Enneagram 7. So basically what I like to call myself is a hot mess with a side of crazy. Because those personality types are like the nutcases. Like
I don't think so. That's the adventurer, right? Isn't the 7 the adventurer?
7, yeah, I think it's called the adventurer. And they're very airheads, and very like just out there and creative. I'm a big picture thinker. Mm-hmm. And so mundane stuff like doing the dishes and being stuck in the house all day is not really my jam.
Yeah. So my co-host Shannon, for my Platts Girls and Basic Black podcast, she's a 7, and she is like, this is not great. No, thank you. She's like, I love my kids and my husband, and I want to keep it that way. So.
I'm like, check on your extroverted friends because we are not okay.
But it's like, I keep telling people, like, I am great. Like, I love this. I feel, because I'm a whole control freak. So now I get to control the amount of people that I have and how I encounter them, even though I am extroverted mostly, but there's parts like, I'm like, I really don't get my energy from other people. I get my energy from my alone time and the things that I do. Like I just, but I can't get too much alone time because that'll be bad. But like, I'm like, I love this. This is great. So
you're an 8, right?
I am an 8.
Okay.
I'm a whole 8. I'm a whole 8. And that's that control freak part where
I'm
it's
married
like,
to an 8.
Oh, and see, it's okay. We're pretty great. Hey, we keep things going. We keep it going.
I am so motivated by 8s and 3s. I have found that any 8 or most 3s, they are the kind of people that just really like push me, because 7s really struggle to stick with things. Mm-hmm. And 8s and 3s have that drive, but also the enthusiasm behind it, to keep me going without me feeling like someone's trying to shove it down my throat.
Okay. So I got to ask then, Kate, how, like you say your extroverted friends, like you are not okay, but how is Chasing Wonderman helping you right now in this? Like, what is your, like, how are you finding your purpose in this whole thing? And how can you help other women chase their purpose?
I think right now it's a really good time to kind of just step away and one, this makes it really, really easy for us to figure out what's important, because suddenly all the other stuff has been completely stripped away. I mean, and when you think about it in that way, you can think of it as being frustrating, or you can think of it as a gift. And this time that we have is a gift. And so one of the things that I'm trying to think about is that there are so many things that I've said, man, if I ever had the time, I would love to fill in the blank. And I know I'm not the only one that's ever said that. So if you've ever said that, this is the time. I mean, obviously you've been working full time. And so people that are working full time and still have jobs that they need to be at, they're not going to have as much time. But if you are one of the ones that are at home and you're doing social distancing and quarantine and all of that, then you have the time right now. So we have a choice as to what are we going to do with this time. Right. And that's step number one. And then the other thing that I would say is really, really work on your mindset. Mindset is crucial. And the more I learn about how our brains work, the more my brain explodes. It's just amazing. When you learn, like, the fact that the thoughts that we think actually create like little pathways in our brain. And the more that you think those thoughts, the wider those pathways get. So, you know, I like to say that in terms of like body image, especially for women. When you walk past the mirror and you think something, and it makes like a little garden pathway, you know, like it's got weeds all over it. You can barely see that there's a path. But every time you walk past the mirror and that thought pops into your head, you're allowing that thought, if it's a bad one, to turn into an 8-lane highway. Yeah. And it makes it really easy to think negatively, negative thoughts. My toddler's trying to come in the door. No, close the door, please. I'm hungry. I'll feed you in a minute. Oh my gosh. All day.
No, hey, that's real. No, but here's the thing. I think every single person on this feed right now is like, yeah, this is real life. Like, their child probably came in and was like, Mom, I'm hungry. And they're like, I'm watching a talk show.
So I think just realizing how incredibly important our emotions or our mindset is, because a lot of people think like we have an emotion and then you think that's the emotion that you have. Like, I'm stuck in that emotion. But when you actually stop to think about it, our emotions don't create our thoughts. Our thoughts create our emotions. And so we can choose the emotions that we have in this space. We can choose to feel depressed or frustrated or overwhelmed, or we can choose to wake up and say, okay, how am I going to feel today? What are the things I'm going to focus on? What are things that I'm grateful for in this moment? So that's really just something I've been digging into. Every morning I ask myself 3 questions that I journal, and they are all like mindset shifting questions. And that's been like really, really crucial for me to just kind of make sure that I'm being intentional with the time that I have.
Awesome. So you're saying, okay, the 3 questions are what you just said before. Can you repeat those?
One is, now I just lost it. Wow, my brain. How will I feel today? And I say that, I answer it in I will feel this way, because that's actually another brain trick that I've been learning about. Our subconscious mind, they're just starting to learn about like how our subconscious mind works. But if we say things as if they've already happened, our brain actually in the subconscious realizes that there's a disconnect there. And so it actually will try to help you make that a reality. It will try to help you think about ways to make it possible. So you're going to notice things more. You're going to notice things you're grateful for more. So if I wake up and I think, okay, today I will feel excited, I will feel happy or joyful, and I will feel like I'm going to be persevering today, then my brain in the subconscious is actually going to help me look for ways to be joyful and happy and how to persevere. And that's, I mean, it's just amazing when you think about that. So that's one, is how am I going to feel today? And then you write it down as if you are already feeling those feelings.
Yes. Okay.
And then the next one is, what am I looking forward to today? These can be little things like Outlander, little simple things every day, because this helps you live in the present. It's not about not dreaming about the future, but a lot of times if you're a dreamer or if you're stuck in a bad place, if you're super stressed or overwhelmed, then you either are thinking about the future and what you don't have yet, or you're thinking about the past and what has gone wrong. And if you can think about just today, even like now, what is going wrong in the world now, if we can really ground ourselves in the present and just think, man, what am I looking forward to just in this day? Don't, let's not look too far ahead. Just right today, what can I enjoy? And it might be as simple as painting your nails or soaking in the tub after your kids go to bed. Anything that really just will make you happy or feel peaceful. And then the last one is to write down 5 things that you're grateful for.
Okay.
And these 5 things need to be things that literally bring a smile to your face. Like, don't write it down unless you think about it and actually start smiling, because that is going to keep your brain looking for the good. And that's really, really helpful.
I like that. Okay. Did you guys hear that? Like, when you wake up in the morning, those 3 things, and we all have time in the morning now. Like, okay, we literally should not have anywhere to go. Okay. I was just like, stay home, everybody. Like, even even on campus, we're still doing the stay home thing. Like, a lot of us, even though the adults are allowed to like go if we need to, even though we have a shelter in place order in Illinois. So we can go to the grocery store if we need to. But I had to go to the grocery store last night, and I told someone, like, anybody else needs stuff? And they're like, yes, because we don't want to go. So stay home, everybody. Yeah. But yeah, so while you wake up, you can just be like, yes, let me think of these things. I love that. I love that. And this is giving me an excuse to use one of my journals. I mean, yes. Are you a person who's got like a million journals they haven't written in yet?
I used to be. I'm trying not to be. I gave myself a promise that I would start to learn journaling, and I'm obsessed with journaling. I use it like literally all the time. And the cool thing about this practice is it takes like 5 minutes. I mean, it does not take a long time. I've journaled since I was like 12, and I started making myself a promise that I would not start a new journal or buy a new journal until I finished the old one.
Awesome.
And for anyone that has been interested in journaling and isn't sure, like, if they're gonna follow through with it, one of the best things that I found, another promise that I let myself have, was that if I wrote something in my journal that was very personal, I give myself permission to throw that journal away when it's full. And I've thrown many journals away.
Wow.
Because I pray in my journals. It's how I keep myself focused. Like, have you ever tried praying and like your brain just goes all over the place?
Oh yeah, I've made many a shopping list during prayer.
When you write your prayers, you are so much more focused. It changes the game for the way that you pray. But a lot of times when we're going through things, like I've been through depression and massive hormone imbalances and all kinds of things. And those things are very painful. And I don't want to be remembered necessarily for my pain. Not that it's a bad thing, but some of those things are just private, and I don't want anyone to ever read them. So I've thrown journals away.
Okay. Wow. That's amazing. Okay. I like, and it's so funny. I could never think about doing that because I'm a writer, and I was like, no, I need these. Like, I need to remember this and write about it later.
Well,
but no, that's really great.
That's fine. But I think sometimes taking that pressure off of ourselves, because like I had moments where I would go to write something down and I'm like, man, I really don't want like my sister to find this journal and read this mean thing I wrote about her. So giving yourself that permission, or even to rip pages out. If you think that like, I don't want my kids to find this someday, throw it away. And that's okay, to give yourself that freedom.
Yeah, no, I love that. No, that's awesome. That's really great. Okay. Wow. So I'm going to ask, because I keep asking people this, and it's so ridiculous.
A minute.
Well, I have 2 questions. So one, have you had your Corona cry yet? Like, you're an extrovert, so you probably have. Like, you got 3, so yeah, you did. No, okay, because it's really been great. And the reason why I think about it is, well, my friend, Mel, who's on here. So hi, Mel, because she's great. This is her religion now, apparently. She mentioned the Corona cry in one of our Marco Polos. And I was like, I love that. And Josh Gad posted, like, if you go on his Instagram, just of him crying. He's like, I think we just need to cry. And then he was just crying. And it was like, it was so beautiful. I was like, oh my gosh, Olaf, don't cry. But also, yeah, cry, Olaf. And I've been asking people, like, have you had yours? Oh, Vicky's had too. I'm with you, girl. And then, oh, see, they're ready to eat. Okay.
They're hungry.
We'll let you eat in a
minute. They're fine. Not like they've not had food all morning. I mean,
well, kids' stay-at-home food schedule is insane. Like, they eat all the things.
They literally eat all day long. I'm like, where are you putting this?
And then the second question, this should be easy for you to answer. What is bringing you joy, even though you've had that Corona cry? How are you getting joy?
So can I share a few, because
yeah, absolutely.
One, and this is absolutely silly, but fake nails, and one just popped off like literally right before I got on live. I'm gonna reglue it, but I love fake nails, and it's the most awesome. Ridiculous thing, but they make me happy, and so I buy like cheap ones from Walmart or Target or Walgreens or whatever, and these I actually painted myself. I have a whole kit of like the clear ones, and then I paint them and glue them on.
That's awesome.
Simple things. The other thing is enjoying the time that I have with my kids. And honestly, this is something that is really hard for me because I have struggled to feel like a good mom. And I know that I'm not alone. I really wrestled with feeling like a good mom. Sometimes I wrestle with feeling like I'm not connected enough with my kids. Right. So just the past couple of days, just kind of letting go of all the expectations and stopping scrolling and judging myself and just realizing like, hey, I'm the kind of mom that loves to sit and watch Disney movies with their kids, and that's okay.
That is okay. They're going to remember that. They're not going to remember like these super nutritious whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I remember hating those. So let's do chocolate cake.
Right? Wait. No, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Is there where can we find you? That's important.
Oh, yes. So on Instagram, I'm at Chasing Wonderment, and I have a website at www.chasingwonderment.com. If anyone is interested in getting like a free downloadable sheet of those journaling prompts, I do have that, and I'm actually getting ready as soon as we get off here to fix the links in my Instagram bio. So that will be up there in the Instagram bio if anyone wants to, but like give me 10 minutes.
Okay, yeah. So 12:15 my time.
12:15 or
12:15 Central.
Yeah, 1:15 my time.
Yes.
But yeah, if anyone wants to do that, I also have a free Mindset 101 workshop where I kind of dive into like some of the mindset stuff. And I just have been, since I have the time now, I've been really diving into how I can encourage other women. And so those are some of the things. Journaling and mindset tricks are my obsession. So if you give me like 10 minutes, I will have my bio fixed and anybody can get those on there. So
that's awesome. Well, great. Awesome. Thank you so much for being with us today.
This was so much fun.
Right? Yeah, like seriously, I'm like, I have a whole talk show where I don't have to get dressed for it. Like I don't have a makeup team. I'm just like, whatever, talking about nails. Like my nails are grown so much.
Hey, but they were cute when they were first on,
They
right?
were so cute. Now they're like breaking and like.
Yes. Well, top them off and order yourself some glue-ons because
these
things are life.
I might have to do it. Well, thank you so much. And yeah, so please follow her at Chasing Wonderment. Her name is Kate. It's not Chasing Wonderment. I know. I was like, I know her name. We had a whole conversation a couple weeks ago.
It's totally fine. And I keep wanting to call you Lycia. Because
I was just telling someone that people call me that.
In a minute.
Because they think it's my Instagram is stylish Lycia. Or like one of my friends, just like one of my best friends now, she thought my name was Lisha. And she's like, is that not your name? I go, no. And we became friends over Instagram. So it was like, it's Marcia. Nickname Sia.
It works.
It's okay. It's cool. I should have kept the underscore in my name. I knew it. But no, it's fine. Well, thank you. Oh, it's fine. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, we will see each other on the interwebs.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so thanks to everyone who joined me on today's show that have, shared their joy. I hope that you guys join me tomorrow tomorrow is actually for social distancing Spirit Week. Yesterday was Crazy Sock Day. I don't know what today is, but maybe I'll actually get dressed and I'll tell you what it is. But tomorrow is Twin Day, and I'm going to have Destiny Herndon De La Rosa, and we're going to be twins on the show tomorrow. So once again, say thank you to you guys for joining us. Thank you so much to Kate, who you can follow at Chasing Wonderment here on Instagram, or go to www.chasingwonderment.com to get all of those prompts and all of those downloads. Yes, get those journaling points, Mandy Pandy. And also, thank you to Dan Wolf, who allows us to use his song that he wrote for me 15 years ago as an inside joke, but it's super upbeat anyway. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 11:30 Central. Bye.